Right. Okay, AI camera. Actually, our AI camera, which is a P series, AI camera has been released from early April, so now it's in the market. So, second, so today, let's have a look at the agenda for today. So first, I'm going to introduce what is the deep learning technology, just briefly. And also, I'm going to introduce AI camera lineup we have and what kind of specifications. And also, of course, it will have these AI features. So what kind of features in it and what kind of some new functions if you compare to our previous models. And after that, we go for the AI camera VMS integration. Actually, our camera has been integrated already with several VMSs, which is Wisenet Wave and Wisenet SSM and Milestone. So about the Genetech integration, we are working on it at the moment. So it will be done by August. So it will be compatible with Genetech VMS version 5.9.1. And also about the Wave, now Wave 4.0 version is available, and it will be 4.1 version, which will be compatible with our AI camera. Yeah, so let's start about deep learning. Actually, first of all, let's think about the. I think most of you guys already have some idea of the deep learning. Of course, AI means actually kind of computer can think like a human. And in the AI field, there are two methods, which is machine learning and deep learning. And about the machine learning, the algorithm trained from structured and labeled data need to be retrained by human intervention when the output isn't the desired one. Uh, Actually, I'm going to explain a little bit in detail later. And about the deep learning, this is a subset of machine learning adopting artificial neural networks learned from vast amounts of data and do not need human intervention. Let's take an example. So this is how it works about the machine learning. So first, you need to train the algorithm with the given data, which has been structured and labeled. So there are many photos of the cats and dogs. So you have to define this is cat and this is dogs, and you train to the algorithm, and the algorithm will know which one is cat and which one is dog. So if you put the input of the one photo of the dog, the output will be dog, of course, but if the output is a cat, which is wrong, in that case, you need to correct this result, and then you need to train again the algorithm. So this is just simple idea of the machine learning. And about deep learning, so the big difference between machine learning and deep learning is this deep learning using this artificial neural network algorithm. So it's most like our brain. So every neurons in this algorithm. So if you input the first input this data, which is photo of dog, then this data will be fed into the first layer of the artificial neural network, and then it will how to work the deep learning algorithm. But now we are working on video surveillance industry, so we need to know how computer recognize this nine. Actually, every human, every people knows this is nine. But how can computer knows this is nine? So let's take. So first, uh, break into every pixel of the image and then feed to the first layer, and then this first layer go to the second layer and third layer, and every this hidden layer between the input layer and output layer, every hidden layer has its own purpose. For example, maybe the second layer will define, okay, which part is the face of eyes of, from the face, and the other hidden layer could be defined, okay, this is nose, and the other one maybe this is mouth, this kind of thing. So every hidden layer has its purpose, and then it will find the most similarity of the data, and then finally you can get the result. So this is how to work with a neural network. So deep learning with video surveillance. So how can we use this deep learning algorithm with the video surveillance? So of course, we can use this for the false alarm reduction because it can detect only human, maybe only vehicle, some special object you defined. So this could be very beneficial for the security company, which is actually they don't want to go to the site to check for the some false alarm making by animals, maybe some strong wind, this kind of thing. So they can reduce false alarm. That means they can save huge cost and resources as well. And also, you can use this deep learning algorithm with a retail vertical. This deep learning can detect a face, and also it can detect some this is some attribute, which is gender attribute or ages, and even customers' reaction. Actually, this customers' reaction, I mean, this whole idea is not only for our AI camera; it's kind of a general idea of the deep learning. So actually, we don't have this customer reaction function, but it could be possible actually. So you can see which customer is smiling and which customer is angry. So you can get the kind of big data from that. So you can use this attribute information and you can gather big data and you can use it for the market development. And also, of course, we can use this for city surveillance. As I mentioned before, it can take some attribute from the image. So you can get some gender and age, and also some colors, and maybe some bags and hats and everything. So you can use this attribute for some detailed search. For example, if we want to search some specific person who is wearing hat and who is carrying a bag and wearing red t-shirts, so you just input the keyword and then uh, the system will find that person. So that means you can save huge amount of time for searching and you can easily track some specific person. And for the access control, we already using this face recognition. It's very common. So you can use deep learning for the face recognition as well. And there will be some customized application. For example, if you want to if you want to detect some abnormal behavior, for example, running and fighting, some violating, then you can use skeleton analytics. And also another example could be the traffic analytics. So you can use deep learning for the detecting car accident or maybe it's illegal parking. So there are so many potential about this deep learning algorithm. So far, we have been looking at the general idea of the deep learning, and let's have a look at our Wisenet AI camera. So basically, we have this camera, uh, various type of camera, of course. We have a box, fullet, and anti-vandal and dome camera. So the model name will be start with P, which is premium lineup from Hanwha TechWin, and should be network camera, and it will be the different type B and dome for D and anti-vandal for the V, something like that. And it will go with A, which means AI camera. And the resolution will be 4K, which is 8 megapixel. That means start with 9. And also this camera will have a motorized varifocal lens. So the focal length number will be 0.8. And revision number 1 and you have an optional for the IR and Vandal dome, something like that. So let's check the specification of the camera. For the lens, it will use motorized varifocal lens, which is from 4.5 to 10 millimeters. And also it will support H.264 and H.265 and MJPEG codec. And resolution will be 4K 8 megapixel. And it will have IR for the dome and anti-vandal and for the bullet. A box camera actually doesn't have IR illumination. Um, of course, it will have every video analytic, same as our accessories model, which is simply motion detection and defocus, and also some line crossing and virtual area, enter, exit, and appear, disappear. And also it will have this AI function, which is object detection and best shot and attributes. So that means you can detect some specific object, which is human and vehicle and face and license plate, number plate of the vehicle. And you can get some attribute, which is gender and age and some attributes from the best shot. And also this camera will have this business intelligence, which is people counting and queue management and heat map. So it will be fully integrated with the Retail Insight software, which is our retail solution. And for the protection level, this dome type camera is for indoor. So IP grade will be 52 and IK10, and it has two SD card slot, and it will support USB and CVBS for the installation. And it has a two-way audio, which is in and out, and it will have one alarm in and one alarm out. Power will be PoE plus. Actually, for the alarm output, this is kind of a difference from our conventional model. The alarm output will support DC 12 volt. Before, we supported only for the dry contact, just but now from this camera, we support DC 12 volt, which means you can connect some other external devices to the our alarm output, so you can use it. Okay. For the anti-vandal dome, and just the difference is the protection level, which is IP66 and 67, and IP6K, 9K, and IK10 plus, and NEMA 4X. So it will be supported with anti-vandal and full LED as well. For the box camera, the supported lens type is a CS mount lens, and it's using 1.8-inch CMOS. So actually, the lens is not included, so you have to purchase the lens separately from the market. Unfortunately, we don't have this 4K lens in our lineup, so you have to find it from the market, and you can easily find it. It's if as long as it has compatible with 1.8-inch CMOS and 8 megapixel resolution and CS mount, then it will be compatible. So what is the AI feature from this camera? First of course, it will be false alarm reduction by detecting only some valuable object type. So we can detect people and vehicle, and it will just ignore other things like waving trees or video noise and something like that. So what kind of we can detect? For the human section, we can detect person, which is full body, and also faces. And about the vehicle section, we can detect the vehicle, every type of vehicle, and car, truck, bus, and also it will detect the number plate. Okay, let's see the simple video clip, for example. So in the left-hand side, this is just normal video analytic for the motion detection. So you can detect not only human, it will detect every motion, every pixel change from the scene. So that means there will be huge false alarms. But in the right-hand side, you can see camera can detect only human, so it will ignore every other things. So that means you can reduce false alarm. So from the user interface of the web viewer of the camera, you can see this object detection menu from here, and you can set which type of object you want to detect. So you can simply check, okay, I want to detect a person, vehicle, face, and license plate. And also you can set some minimum durations. And also we have total 2 channels from this camera. So channel number 1 will be 8 megapixel with object detection or whole AI features. And channel number 2 will be full HD resolution with digital auto tracking, digital PTG. So let's have a look another example for the object detection. So here you can see our traditional video analytic will be detecting every motion from the scene, but with the AI feature, it will just anymore this kind of useless motion detection. Ooh, there's cat. So also you can use this AI features with intelligent video analytic, which means line crossing or some virtual area analytic. So for example, if you you draw the line and you make the video analytic, and if dog cross the line, there will be no alarm. But if people cross the line, there will be an alarm. So this is also you can reduce false alarm. So you can simply configure this intelligent video analytic from the web viewer. You can just draw the line and you can choose which type of object you want to enable.
And
Yeah, right.
still there.
So what kind of object we can detect and what kind of attribute we can take from the object. So this camera will support best shot feature, which means if camera detect object, and then it will take a snapshot of the object and then send to the backend to the MV or maybe some VMS. So first, from the person, it will detect and send the best shot and get the attribute from the best shot, which is gender information and age and clothes color. Clothes color will be like upper clothes and lower clothes. And also it will detect accessories like a bag or wearing glasses. And from the vehicle, it will detect the type of the vehicle. So send the attribute information about it will be bus or truck or bike or bicycle and color and license plate as well. But the thing is, this camera can detect the license plate, but it doesn't have a OCR function, which is character recognition. So it will just capture license plate and send that snapshot to the backend, but it doesn't send any text data. So if you want to integrate with maybe some other OCR system, so you have to analyze this snapshot from the third-party system. So after you configured the camera and then go back to web viewer, live viewer, then you can see picture, this picture. So if the camera detect a person and face, and in real time, it will display to the left side of the web viewer, and also it will display all attribute has been detected. So this is me actually. So it's let's see the attribute which is male, adult, and the top clothes color will be white plus red, and bottom clothes will be black plus blue. It will update in real time every object which has been detected. So just let's check out in detail about attributes. So for gender, female, male, and color will be this 8 kind of color. black, gray, white, red, orange, something like that. And also it will take the attribute of carrying a bag or not for person. About face, it will take gender and age and wearing glasses or not. And for the vehicle type and color. Actually, number plate, actually maybe I have to explain this thing. This camera is not for the AMPR or LPR camera. You might think, okay, can I use this camera for the AMPR or LPR? Um, well, it depends. If you are using this camera for the very maybe for parking lot or something, so which is vehicle is slow and you can detect the number plate very clearly, then maybe you can get the snapshot from the camera and you can send it to the backend system, some kind of third-party system, and it will analyze the snapshot and get the text data information. But this is not kind of main purpose of the camera. We are having this specialized AMPR camera in second half based on this AI camera. So in that case, you can use that camera for the AMPR and LPL. And about the face recognition as well, we have a plan to develop the face recognition specialized camera in the second half, which will be also based on this AI camera. Also, you can use that camera as well. So about the forensic search using attribute. So for example, if you search every people detected in a day, then it will be more than 1,000 people in the 24 hours. So you can put just attribute, search keyword. Okay, I want to see only male with red top cloth. Then it will search only that under that condition, and it will narrow down to the 20 or 30 snapshots. So this can also save your time and yeah, very efficient. And another benefit of this AI camera, it has this business intelligence function, people counting, queue management, and the heat map. Before, our previous model also had this people counting function, but it had to be like this overhead view only. And also it will detect, it did not detect a person, it did detect only rectangle of the shape of person. So it could be, accuracy could be lower. But now we have this people counting function with the AI camera. So it will detect person and count it. So accuracy will be much higher. And also you don't have to install the camera only top-down view. So you can install just normal view. So you can also use this camera for normal surveillance. Right. And also it will collect this metadata, gender and age. So it's already has been integrated with our retail insight software, so you can gather gender and age information as well. So this is just an example of the installation of camera. So before we had to install the camera only top-down view, but now you can install just normal view for the people counting. And for the queue management, before the camera only calculate the change of the pixel from the queue, but now it's detecting the people in the queue, so the accuracy will be higher. For channel number 2, I told before this one for the Full HD resolution digital PTG. So just let's see the video clip how it work. So it will follow the object which was detected automatically. And if we want to record channel 2, then you can have this kind of a video. So once you register this camera to the MVR or maybe VMS, then it will give you 2 channels, like a multi-channel camera, and you can select if you to record channel 2 as well, then you can do it. So this is for the alarm output. I told you before, so alarm output was only for the direct contact before, but now we can put 12 voltage DC, so you can use it for maybe some LED on off, or you can use PIR sensor, some other third-party devices. This is for the accessory, which is compatible with the AI camera, so you can use hanging mount and ceiling mount, and also you can put to the pole with pole mount. We have options. This camera based on modular type, which is similar to our X Plus series, so it will be supporting some easy installation as well. Okay, so that was the about the AI camera introduction, and let's find out how to integrate with the VMS. So first of all, let's find out how to configure. It's not very difficult, it's very easy. Just go to the web viewer menu and go to the object detection and enable object detection and just check which object you want to detect. After that, sorry about that. After that, you can go to the exclude area. You can set maximum 8 exclude area. And you have to choose the sensitivity and minimum object size. For the sensitivity, so if you set higher sensitivity, that means detection ratio will be very high, but it could miss some object. So, and also on the other hand, if you set the sensitivity lower, that means maybe it can detect everything, every object, but it can make some mistake. For example, maybe it can detect some other object as a person, something like that. So it's up to you to set which value for the sensitivity, but default value is 80. And about the minimum object size, it's also quite important. So depend on purpose. So for example, need to take some attribute, and attribute information should be essential, then I suggest put some bigger size of the minimum object size. That means it will detect only some bigger object, which means can be easy to get the attribute and accuracy will be higher. But if you don't need to get some attribute, if you need only detecting human and face or something like that, then you can put smaller size of the minimum object size. That means camera will detect everything, but sometimes it might not be able to take some attribute. So it's up to you and it depends on the purpose of the camera. And also you should go to the best shot, and if you want to take best shot and attribute, you have to check the options. So you can check the type of the best shot, and then camera will take the best shot and attribute. And when you go back to the live view, actually you have seen already. So let's have a look at the video clip of the how to configure. Go to the menu and go to the analytics and object detection and enable first, and then select which type of object you want to detect. Then go to the exclude area. If we want, you can set maximum 8 exclude area. Okay, after that you go to the common tab and you can set the sensitivity and this minimum object size. So here, this is my colleague. Okay. You can see now it can detect this face because face is bigger than the minimum object size. But if you set the bigger minimum object size, then it will not detect this face because now the face is smaller than minimum object size. So if If you want to clear and very high accuracy attribute, then maybe you need to put some bigger minimum object size. But if you need only for detection, then you can put some smaller minimum object size. So make it smaller, then it will detect everything. Okay, and go to the best shot and enable every object, then you will get the best shot and every attribute. So go back to live view. You can see in the real time, the best shot of the person and the face will be updated to the side, and it will show attribute as well. Maybe for you guys now this video could be slow and maybe some frame skipping can be happened, but we will share this replay from our website, then it will be okay from them. So how to integrate with Wave? So Wave integration, we're still working on it. So this is kind of a beta version, but we almost done. It will release in early May or something. So released with the Wave version 4.1. So now this is from the beta version, so you can see how it works. So once you register camera and go to the camera setting, and then go to this plugin tab, and you can set first object size. After that, go to the AI object menu. You can enable object detection, and you can check pretty much the same as a web viewer option. You can set everything from the wave. And once you complete the configuration to the live view, you can see like this. So in the live view, you can see the face tracking and attribute in real time, and this will follow the object until it's disappeared. And also in the right hand side, if you choose this object tab, then it will show you this history of the detecting object. So you can see the tracking history, and also you can see the attribute from here as well. But sometimes it will not be able to get some attribute because object size is very small, or maybe it's blurred or something like that. And then in that case, it will show you only just this tracking, which means detection. So it can detect, but it cannot take attribute from here. Okay, let's see the video clip for this. So go to the camera settings and go to the plugin, and you can set the AI features, AI functions from here. Best shot, everything. Maybe you can put some exclude area from here. Okay, let's go back to live view and go to the object tab, and then it will show you the result of detection. Okay, once it gets it detects attribute, then it will show in the live view. So if you check this show always, then it will show you every tabs, not only from the object tab. It's optional. Right. Then how to search with attribute? It's quite simple. You can just input the keyword of the attribute from here, then it will search automatically in real time. So you can put like male or black, something like that, and male and blue, and some, then it will search automatically and show the result. Let's see the video clip. First, you can choose which type of the object to see. You can choose from here. And also you can put some keyword male and black. Then it will show the search results. We try blue. So now it's only beta version. So maybe you have a question about question kind of can I search with the top close blue and lower close black? It will be available in the official version. Okay, so then how to trigger event with this object detection? So you go to the event rule setting from the camera, and then you can choose this object tracking from the menu. So you can choose object tracking. Then once object has been detected, then it will trigger alarm. So you can use as a trigger. Okay, that was all about the web integration, and now about the SSM integration. I think maybe some of you guys doesn't know about the SSM. Actually, this is also our own VMS, Wisenet SSM, and now it's been used quite many sites from in Korea or maybe in Middle East, maybe not many in Oceania region. Anyway, so from this SSM also it can view this best shot and attribute displayed in real time in the right side of the live monitoring view. Sorry. Okay, let's have a look at the video clip. So it will show you this best shot and attribute in real time, the live view. Okay, that's me. Let's try some vehicle and number plate. We detect vehicle and number plate. Okay, so same, how can we use this for the event trigger? So same, go to the event action configuration and you can choose object detection event from here. So what kind of the object detection will be trigger this event? And about the search, from the SSM, go to the AI search menu and you can choose what kind of object you want to search, and you choose camera and time or period, and you can set some condition with search. So you can set gender and clothes color and wear a bag or carrying a bag or not, something like that. So if you search just with every gender condition, then it will search like this. And if you put some, okay, I want to set male and red clothes, then you can have a result like this. Let's see the video clip of the AI search. So first you select camera and select the time period and select gender option, and it will show you every people who was detected. And once you change the search condition, then it will search under this condition. And once you click the best shot, and it will show you what kind of attribute has been collected from this best shot, which is male, red top, and black bottom, and no back. And also, if you double click this best shot image, then it will replay of the playback automatically on the right hand side. Let's try some face search. Then it will display every face has been detected. And let's try some other option. So glasses, then it will show you only wearing face with wearing glasses. And also you can save this search condition, which is so if you save this one only for the saving condition, saving search options, not search result. So you can save this option for search, and then you can reload easily from here. And also you can export this video, just clicking this export video icon, and you can select camera, and the period of time will be automatically configured from the event. Then you can get the export as a FBI format or SEC format, which is our exclusive format. Also, you can set some bookmark from here, and because there will be, it's not 100% accurate, so you can choose some meaningful data, and then you can just sort it out. Okay, that was the integration with SSM, and now integration with Milestone. So we already have this plugin from the Milestone homepage. So you can just visit this website and you can download the plugin and you can install to your Milestone system and you can use it. So there will be installation files and manuals. Everything is available in here. So you can just visit the website and you can find it. So let's see how it works. So when you go to the search page from the Milestone, and you can set the time and camera, and also you can set the object type. So after you select the type of the object, then you can also choose attribute options. So gender and clothes color, everything from here. So I will show you some video clip about the Milestone integration. So choose person and you choose options for person. Then it will give this result. So once you click the result, and it will give you playback and attribute. Okay, so now you now I introduced about the how it was integrated with the VMS, and now it's been integrated with the Wisenet and SSM and Milestone. And about many people could be asking about the MVR integration. So at the moment, we haven't done it yet. We have only AI camera, but we don't have any AI MVR. But it will be available from the second half. So now we are developing some AI MVR, which will compatible with AI camera. So it will be available from the second half. Okay, so that was all about today's webinar, and thank you for listening. And let me introduce our staff for the Oceania region. We have two VDMs in the Melbourne office, and this is me. I am Chi Kyung Kenneth An. I'm based on Korea, Hanwha Tech in HQ, and also we have Olivia Lee, which who is sales manager for the Oceania region. Okay, so let's have some Q&A session. Michael, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Thank you, Chi. So I'm not seeing any questions at the moment in the chat function. So if anyone has a question,